Assalamualaikum, good morning everyone. Today we are heading to Chateau de Versailles.
Chateau de Versailles or Palace of Versailles is a former royal residence located in Versailles, about 19 km west of Paris, France. It's gonna be a fun day at Versailles Garden. We've taken tons of photos. So if you haven't subscribed, make sure you click that subscribe button now.
From La Défense, just now we took L train to station Versailles River Droit. I have no idea how to pronounce it.
Okay, let me try again. It's Versailles River Droit.
It took, I think, around 40 minutes to reach here. So we are going to walk to the chateau.
On our way to the palace, we came across Notre Dame Market, which is located at the center of a market square. This open-air market opens every Tuesday, Friday and Sunday morning. Here, we can find a variety of wonderful produce, cheese, meat, fish, flour and more.
Macam kita punya je. Boleh tahan mahal ke? Ni 5 euro. Uyuk. Tahu je nama apa tu. Weh, ni kalau singgah ni tak sampai ni, balik nanti lah. Selalu pasar buka sampai petang Tengah hari ke? Tak sure lah. Asal tani kot ni.
From the station to the palace, it took us around 20 minutes walk.
So we are in front of the chateau. If you can look at here, the queue is very long. So we haven't actually bought our ticket because we want to buy online ticket, but we are not too sure because we want to go to the garden. But there's like there's a ticket for entrance to palace, and there's also ticket to entrance to Palace, the Garden of Trianon and the Marie Antoinette exhibition, I think, and with the garden access. We wanted to go to the one with garden access, but it's because we are not too sure. We're going to head to the information center to ask first before we buy the ticket. The ticket to both Palace and Garden cost 27 euro. But if you just want to go to the garden itself, it's just 10 for 5 euro, and to the chateau itself 80 euro. But let's say if you want to visit everything, then it's better for you just to buy the 27 euro ticket.
At the west side of Versailles Palace lies Jardin du Château de Versailles, which is the gardens of the Palace of Versailles. The huge gardens cover some 800 hectares of land with ornamental palace gardens with orange trees and canals, statues and fountain. The gardens were designed by a French landscape architect, André Lenoir, in 17th century, and most of them are landscaped in classic French formal garden style. We first step into Parterre d'Humidée, which is a flower bed comprising 2 circular basins. Here, you can take the chance to pose with the flowers. This is Versailles Orangery. This garden is filled with citrus trees in bulks. The orange tree was originally shipped from Italy, and when it first came to Europe, it was considered as expensive food. Hence, it became a fashion to the nobility and the riches. There are around 1,500 plants in here, including Mediterranean plants like oleander, olive, pomegranate and palm trees. The orangery reminds me of the garden in Maleficent. They look very similar, aren't they? This is Latona Fountain, which was built based on the myth of Latona, the Roman incarnation of Greek goddess Leto. Standing at the top of fountain is the statue of Latona. This fountain operates 3 times a week during high season.
We are in front of the fountain. Today there's a musical cocktail show. We are in the ballrooms. Okay, you can see like layers of fountain and plants. When we first come here, we thought like this looked like Colosseum, right? Very interesting. This area is actually designed by La Notre in 1680 to 85. So this is the only garden that has survived its original condition as back in 400 years ago. And the fountain here is made of the seashell and millstone, which were taken from the Indian Ocean.
Ballroom water fountain display runs for 30 minutes at 11:15 a.m. Too bad we have missed it out. Else we'll be able to see the gushing water out of the vases and cascading water flowing from the upper layer to the bottom.
So please come over if you visit here. It's very interesting to see this place. In front of Mirror Pool. This pool was commissioned by Louis XIV in 1702. So there's a fountain show happening right now with the music inspired by the Lenon Pool. We decided to stop for lunch. So today is our picnic lunch. Egg sandwich by Chef Fiza. She made the sandwich for us today. And fruits and salad.
The water fountain display runs automatically every 10 minutes. So while we're having our lunch, let's enjoy the show.
Grove. So if you come here in the autumn, this is a good place to enjoy the autumn foliage.
At the edge of Great Lawn lies Apollo's fountain with its centerpiece depicting the Greek god Apollo rising from the sea in a 4-horse chariot.
So right now we are at the garden nearby the Apollo fountain. So here you can see the maple leaf because it's autumn, so the color of the leaf is turning to yellow.
Seeing this leaf reminds me of Konoha. Since it's autumn, it's time to toss the leaf up in the air. Thanks Intan for being my leaf thrower. We've had enough fun, now let's head to the Grand Canal. The canal stretches along 1.67 km and you can take a trip along the canal by rowing a boat. You can rent the boat at €14 per half hour.
Because we're at the park, so no park visit is complete without an ice cream, so we are getting sorbet. My flavor is peach and melon.
From the canal, we can have a good panoramic view of the palace from afar. Now let's head back in, but we need to show our ticket to re-enter the garden.
Grove. So this garden is actually symbolizing the Titan Enceladus who's been punished by the Olympus god. We can find the statue in the middle of the fountain.
Next, we head to Obelisk Grove. Unfortunately, the water jets weren't turned on during our visit, or else we'll be able to see the liquid obelisk. Bosquet de Dauphin or Dauphin's Grove is one of the very first to have been designed by André Lenoir in 1660. At the center of the basin is a sculpture of dolphin, which is Dauphin in French, which shares the same name as the Grand Dauphin, the son of Louis XIV.
We are at Apollo Grove, so there's 3 sculptures in this area. It was built under the instruction of Louis XIV, and it was considered as the top masterpiece of French in
18th century. Next, we head to Water Theatre Grove, which was restored in 2015. Our next stop is Neptune Fountain. This fountain has 99 jets constituting an extraordinary hydraulic system.
So we have reached towards the end of our tour here in the Jardin Chateau de Versailles. So we walk I think around 7 to 8 kilometers inside this garden. So this place is definitely a must-go place if you come to visit Paris. There's a lot of fountain in this garden, and especially during the autumn, the foliage is very beautiful. So you can take this chance to take picture. And you can also take the chance to walk and have a picnic with your family. But if you have a family member who's little or elder, so you can hire a buggy car. There's more section that we haven't gone to, the Trianon Palace. But I think let's call off for today. See you in next episode.
Mercy and Assalamualaikum.